Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to do a peacocky teal eyeshadow color. I put this on a Snapchat tutorial the other day and you guys really wanted me to do a YouTube video. Luckily I was filming at the same time, so here it is. Just before we begin, I want to say thank you guys so much. I have reached 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube and it honestly makes my heart melt. This has been my goal from day one and I am just so grateful I can't even put it into words. So hopefully we will continue to grow. Anyway, starting off, like always, I'm taking Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC as my base and my primer. It just cancels out any darkness, redness, veins that I have on my eyelids and creates a smooth, clean canvas ready for eyeshadow. I always set it as well with either a nude colour eyeshadow or a face powder. The first colour that I'm going in with is Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to put some sellotape on the outer corner of my eye just so I can get that clean, sharp, crisp line. I'm also going to use my 228 crease brush from Zoeva. Like always, it's pretty much the first brush that I ever use when I'm doing an eyeshadow look, and I'm just going to buff this into the outer corner. I'm going to use circular motions and then I'm going to use swiping motions towards the sellotape so I make sure that that line is going to be crisp when we peel the sellotape back. I'm doing exactly the same thing on the inner corner. I'm using circular motions and buffing that right in that inner crease kind of socket line, and then I'm going to swipe it towards that inner lid area just so then it has like a nice gradient effect from that inner corner. I'm just going to work this in probably like 2 to 3 times. Then I'm going in with Saddle by MAC, and this is in my warm neutral palettes, and I'm also using the same brush for this. I just wanted to darken up and warm up that Creme Brulee. Creme Brulee is a transition shade, I use it as a transition shade, so I always want to go on with something warmer and darker just to deepen up that colour. I'm going to do exactly the same motion, circular motions, and then swiping towards the sellotape. Next I'm going in with Cocoa Bear, again from Makeup Geek, and I'm using very warm colours to start with because when you use a colour you want some warmth to kind of balance it out. I'm going to use this on my 227 brush, again from Zoeva, and I'm going to work this exactly the same way but bring it lower. So instead of going really high, like actually on that bone underneath your brow, I'm actually going to bring it lower so it's actually directly onto the eyelid. Again, the same in the inner corner, do exactly the same but just bring it tighter and lower. Then just to make sure that everything is all blended, no extra product on my brush, I'm just going to blend out those top edges. Then I'm taking Americano from Makeup Geek, but I'm going to use a 231. I think this is a petite crease brush. I'll double check for you guys. And I'm using a smaller brush because this is more accurate. It's more tighter, so the color is, you get more pigment payoff when you use like a smaller brush. Everything is harder to blend when you use a smaller brush. So I mean, you could totally go in with a bigger brush. I just wanted it to be darker, quicker. So I mean, you could build up for a while with like a bigger brush, but I just wanted to be more precise. I'm doing the same thing, but I'm sweeping it into the inner lid more so to the outer corner. I'd rather it be darker towards that inner part of the eye. Then I'm taking this gorgeous blue eyeshadow from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called Prussian Blue and it's a titanium eyeshadow of hers. And what I like to do with these kind of eyeshadows is I do little tiny patting and teeny swiping motions. So you see, as I'm patting, I'm bringing it down ever so slightly. I prefer building up colors like this way. If you feel like it's not sitting on your eye or it keeps falling off, the Too Faced glitter glue is perfect for something or an eyeshadow like this. I'm taking the blue color right up into the crease, so when I open my eye you can still see a hint of blue. Then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and a tiny bit of Saddle on top. I'm just going to blend out that top blue just to make sure that it's blended and it doesn't look gritty, because with a titanium shadow it can look a bit like chunky, so you just got to be very careful. Then going in with this stunning pigment from Makeup Addiction, and it is called Peacock, which is perfect for this kind of look. And I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush. Make sure you don't put too much on to start with. You want to build up this color. I'm using a fluffy brush because I wanted it to be very spread out. I don't want it to be exactly in the center. I just wanted it to be kind of like dispersed, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to peel off that sellotape and clean up the fallout underneath my eye. As you can see, you get a lot of fallout through eyeshadow. And whenever I do pigments, I never do my foundation first. Taking my Maybelline gel liner, and of course I'm going to do a winged eyeliner for a really dramatic smoky eye. And I always like to do the bottom bit first, and then I like to draw the wing. Now, I go wrong a little bit. I hesitated, which I tell people never to do, and I went wrong. So I'm going to show you guys how you can clean it up. So all I do is take a makeup wipe with my fingernail, and I just clean up that line. It just takes up all the excess liner that I've put on by accident. Then I'm going to go in with Saddle again, and I'm using a Throughline fluffy brush, and I'm going to buff this underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to do darker on the outer corner, then on the inner corner, and I have done my face makeup in between then. So I always like to do my face makeup before I do lashes at the moment. So that's what I did. To add more definition to my lower lash line, I'm taking my detailer brush from Zoeva and Americano, and I'm just going to apply this directly on my lower lash line and then slightly drag it down into Saddle. I'm going to go darker on the outer corner and leave it softer in the inner corner. Then I thought this look was missing something, so I decided to use this ice blue creme color from Anastasia Beverly Hills and pop this into my waterline. It just added another pop of color, which I thought was extra pretty. Then I'm taking my Sigma mascara, and I'm just going to apply this on my top and bottom lashes, preparing ready for my falsies. I always like to do mascara before I use like Huda Beauty's, or if you were to use like Lily lashes or mink lashes or anything like that. But I'm taking the Huda Beauty lashes in Scarlet. It's in Scarlet. So yeah, I'm taking these because they kind of are wispy and swoop off to the side, which I think was really pretty with this makeup look. Anyway guys, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you have enjoyed, and I can't wait to see your recreations. If you hashtag me, Amy's Makeup Box, on Instagram so I can see your looks. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!